Hello there, viewers of the Vanguard and Kind. It's I, Kronos Phoenix, back with another video today. This will be a solo video today, and I won't be reviewing anything in particular. Sorry for the late video. I just sort of came back and recovered from the recent UK NCS challenge. So yeah, that's where I've been all week, and basically that's why I didn't post a video on Saturday, because I was just absolutely exhausted. But anywho, nah. Anyway, so my video about today is going to be a rant-based video, and that is going to be a rant-based video on support balancing. Now, what I mean by support balancing is the way that Bushiroad is balancing the game of Cardfight Vanguard. It's errored in ways that has literally no redemption whatsoever. Let's go with the obvious example. First of all, before I start going into these, I do not hate any of these clans. Apart from the one, which is Bermuda Triangle, for obvious reasons, I do not detest any of the clans besides the one that I've just mentioned. I do not show any preference to any of these clans, as I'm one who will happily play all clans except Bermuda Triangle. It's nothing major, and as for my hate of the Bermuda Triangle, I just dislike the clan in general. It's got nothing to do with the way the clan plays. It has nothing to do with the way, with the fact that it's water-based. It's got nothing to do with the playstyle of the clan. It is purely because, first of all, it is over-supported, and second of all, it is extremely, well, let's just say it's extremely suggestive, and I dislike suggestive clans, so it's just not something I'm into. Basically, we shall to use our example, we shall start off with Royal Paladin. The reason, obviously, Royal Paladin is pretty much a key deck in most is a mostly used deck nowadays, because of the fact that it was used by the main character Aichi. So it gained support quite often during the start of the series, but bear in mind there wasn't so many clans back then as there were now. I believe clans that in the Royal Paladin things in the Royal Paladin clan are were oh, sorry, I was just checking something. Anyway, things in the Royal Paladin clan were oversupported due to the main character being, obviously, the main character. So, due to the fact that the main character, this was chosen as the main character's clan, obviously gave it much attention in order to give the character a lot of development. I believe that the Majesty Lord Blaster was one of the great additions to the Royal Paladin clan that was sort of made it stray away from the point, just due to the fact that afterwards the 4 main decks that I believe were topping at the time, I wasn't there, so I'm not quite sure on statistics. I'm not a very statistical person. I believe it was Majesty Lord Blaster, Tsukuyomi, Overlord the End, and Phantom Blast Overlord. So it was the Royal Paladin, Oracle Think Tank, Kagero, and Shadow Paladin clans. Worst part is the Royal Paladin clan wasn't even pure Royal Paladin. The norm nowadays is to mix Royal Paladin with some sort of Shadow Paladin in order to boost its power. Then again, they removed the dual clanning rules in tournaments, I believe, with the exempt of being able to run, I believe, 12 Shadow Paladins in a Royal Paladin deck, and running about running as many number of reverse cards in a Glendios deck. I am not sure how the said thing works, but okay. So, Banished Little Blast was a great card, kept up with the way it works. Wasn't a limit break, was rather powerful, you know, usual stuff. But the reason why I'm going back over Royal Paladins is, in particular, is because during Season 2 and Season 3, well, Season 2 it got barely any support. The only decent support I believe it got was the addition of the... how do I put this? The only decent addition it got was one of the best Grade 3s in the Royal Paladin's arsenal was White Dragon Knight Pendragon. And that's an amazing filler card and to use in pretty much any Royal Paladin deck that doesn't require it to use another kind of Grade 3. White Dragon Knight Pendragon is especially good in Legion decks only requiring one Legion, or just, yeah, in general. Like, I would use White Knight Pendragon in something like Lightsaber, or maybe White Knight Pendragon in something like... just anything, really. It was just a simple card that would let you go into your better cards, as well as adding Soul if you rode more Pendragons, and setting up a Soul Saver Dragon, as Daigo did in Season 2 of the anime. But that was one of the decent additions during Season 2, and probably, believe one of the only additions, besides the other 10k vanilla, and the rest just weren't notable. But back at hand, those other, during Season 3 we had obviously was the archetype part of the series, which is still adding to power creep in terms of deck building, as mainly the only cards that actually have legions are part of an archetype and are not splashable with any regular card out of the thing in general. So, but I mean, there are other cards. There are cards that don't. Well, there are cards that will have to search for other things, but that may be due to I believe the reason why they created archetypes was to create sort of a smaller window for what you could call, so you could only call things so that it wouldn't synergize, because if it synergized with the rest of the clan, it would create some horrible combos, like Gildas being able to call Rendgal and having really powerful rearguard columns or something stupid like that. But then they failed because they made cards that did the same thing, but that's part of the archetype. Good job, Bushiroad. Royal Paladins have started getting over-supported again ever since BT16, as they've been getting given a lot of attention and a lot of options. But I believe that the BT17 and 16 support things were justified because, first of all, Sing Saver was pretty much the only viable Seeker deck at the time. And then we got Lightsaber and Purgation Breath, which was very useful. And I do remember, obviously, there's Brutus and Egbert. Where are you, Egbert? There you are, Egbert. Which also sort of gave optional deck types. I believe one of the most annoying decks that I've come across is a deck that utilized Purgation Breath Dragon, Sacred Wingull, and Brutus in order to abuse columns by using Locrinus, Selen, and has Bazardo in order to hit extremely magical numbers in the rear guard, along with the triggers, which are bloody annoying. Kudos to, I believe, Zyford Flare Sailor for having that deck. But anyway, so that's obviously the thing going over the Royal Paladin. Shadow Paladin. Shadow Paladin have been hitting. Well, they hit a streak. Obviously, they hit a complete full blockage in Season 1, because as of Season 2, they got sealed as part of the story, and I feel that sort of drew the attention away from them. However, they then made 2 other clans just like it. So they made a clan of Gold Paladins which mixed the best of Shadow Paladins and Royal Paladins as one clan, and also made Narukami, which basically did what Kagero did, only, well, not better, but a bit more out of control. Rather, as Narukami, the way Narukami works, you're sacrificing a lot more in order to retire more of your opponent's rear guards, rather than tactfully retiring the opponent's rear guards. Because as Narukami, if left unchecked, will pretty much erase your rear guard, as well as obviously gaining power from it, and Kagero just simply doing so to apply pressure. Some gaining power from retiring opponent's rear guards, and some getting effects from your opponent having a lack of said rear guards. Kagero being able to skillfully and low cost to retire rear guards for a low cost. So, I mean, Shadow Paladins were pretty much cock-blocked in Season 2. I believe they got a couple cards in Season 2 with Origin Mage Ildonna, which was their limit break. It was pretty much their I believe it was their first limit breaker. Then we had Witch of Cursed Charms Eden, which I have no idea when that came out. It was BT12, I believe. I think was it BT12? I can't remember. Can't be bothered to remember. I think I might. If I get things wrong, just please correct me. I don't mind. Anyway, and then obviously they got the archetype craze again. As soon as Shadow Paladin started getting support in the archetype, everyone leapt back to Shadow Paladins from into Revengers, because Avenger had this very convenient card, Blast Dark Revenger, which did the exact same thing as Blaster Blade Liberator, but however, the reason why it was more overused is because Shadow Paladins did something that Gold Paladins didn't, and that was specifically superior calling. It had a deck type and a bunch of support cards, which allowed them to specifically set the stage in order for Blaster Dark to appear and abuse his skill. It made Shadow Paladins into an annoying retire mechanic, and ended up making them play just like Kagero, which would probably make for some interesting decks, as Desperate Dragon was basically a Kagero dragon turned into a Shadow Paladin. So, But anyway, so enough of me ranting about how they were playing like Kagero. They even got a rewriting Vanguard, which is a superior Persona ride. which is basically simply Soul's Sing Saver, but for Shadow Paladins, and it came out before Sing Saver was actually out, so Sing Saver is technically a raging form for Royal Paladins. Mainly, I don't remember why they would give, I don't even know why they would give Shadow Paladins a restanding Vanguard. It makes no sense to me. But obviously you have to retire your units in order to pull them off, and you gain no benefits from retiring apart from gaining more power and not having to call more rear guards, and the way that they sub the field for retiring is obviously superior calling. But we got the reason these got over-supported. Well, not over-supported. I wouldn't say Shadow Paladins are an over-supported clan. The reason why I say Shadow Paladins aren't an over-supported clan is because the one deck that they had that was absolutely amazing simply got supported once by having Phantom Blaster Abyss and Blaster Dark Revenger Abyss. But other than that, the rest of the decks that were made for them, Drag Ruler Phantom could hit high numbers but was easily stopped. Was too easily shut down if you weren't playing it passively. Drag Ruler Phantoms was actually one of the decks that just got outclassed by Raging Form, just due to better damage output. And to be honest, all the other support cards that they made for it, even Halberd Revenger Peridure, which was just 10k in a crit, it was just a Phantom Blaster Dragon, but only better. Especially since you could just counterblast and superior call a rear guard behind it. You didn't even have to call one behind the Vanguard or anything. Or maybe you should call raid one to the rear guard and call setting up more field for Blaster Dark Revenger. Peridure has nice things, but no one ever used Peridure. Obviously, Mordred Phantom was like the shit back then. If you read it, it was pretty much the key card in most of the decks. It's what allowed Raging Form to hit high numbers, but it was just the combination of Mordred Phantom and Raging Form Dragon that was. It's just basically this was it. This was the high-powered Shadow Paladin deck that outclassed pretty much anything. It's just this that was was pretty much carrying Shadow Paladins until the end, until they got Phantom Blaster Abyss. So even then, Shadow Paladins is still overplayed, but the deck type's pretty much the same. So I wouldn't call them over-supported. Rather over-supported, rather not over-supported, but overused. And overused is different to being over-supported. It's simply the fact that Shadow Paladins just got large bursts of power. Because even the BT-15 set really didn't do any favors. The only difference to that would probably be the existence of Crisis Revenger Mana, which could which would be a costless, which was basically a costless Tarutu. And basically you could just then call a Revenger, and then obviously it wouldn't even return to the deck because you'd have retired it already. So the deck type didn't really change much. Kagero is one of these over-supported clans, however, that has many decks that vary, many decks that get annoying, and obviously this is an example of an over-supported clan which basically just got something stronger every single time something else came out. We obviously started off with the Dragonic Overlord, and Dragonic Overlord the End Reign, which ended up getting Dragonic Overlord the End limited to about 2 a deck, which obviously pretty much shut down the Persona Blast altogether. And which then came the Season 2, where they got pretty much nada throughout the whole thing. And they didn't get much during Season 3, apart from an archetype, which was the Seal Dragons, with Blockade and Inferno. But they got one card which allowed the End to come back, and that was Dauntless Drive Dragon. By using that and allowing the End to come back, along with probably the addition of another basically Draconic Overlord with only 2 of the End, it allowed the End to get its restanding skill in a much higher burst, and even hitting the second attack would have allowed it to restand again. So getting 3 stands in a turn was pretty much very difficult to deal with, and that was what allowed the end to come back, because you never knew if your opponent had another card, a copy of it in their hand. Let's see. What other over-supported bullcrap did they get? They didn't get any much support for the other sets. After, I believe they got the support BT12. Didn't get supported again until about BT 14 to 15. Oh no, they only missed one set, so yes, they are still oversupported. So they missed a set. Then we started getting Dauntless, the reverse cards, and obviously Dauntless Dominate Dragon Reverse was a bloody annoying card to deal with. But wasn't exactly as good as the Dauntless Drive plus the End combo. Dauntless Dominate Dragon Reverse was good, but it wasn't overpowered. It's actually very underpowered for what it is, despite the fact that it's extremely bloody good. A lot in terms of break riding potential, and there's also the fact that you cannot want to pass it. It's just, you just don't do it. It's not something you do. You cannot want to pass a Dauntless Dominate Dragon Reverse. It has to be a 2 to pass with at least 10,000 power with at least 9,000 power between your guard and it. Otherwise, it will be just absolute utter horror for you. Since it gains 6,000, if you try to, it creates more math for the game and allows it to absolutely destroy you. So, just due to the sheer number of math. But anyway, then there was Draconic Overlord. Changing Draconic Overlord into a break ride was very good for the game, just due to the fact that you could bring a very old friend back, and obviously, but I believe it was sort of going with the cross break ride hype by turning what was the great card this into sort of like this. Was probably not a wise not also a wise decision, as you could have easily made cross rides a bit more broken with the restand skill, but I believe they did it because they wanted to create that triple stand. They wanted something that could match the triple stand that was Dauntless Drive Dragon, which then goes into power creep, because then you ended up something with a triple standing monster that was the Rebirth. But generally, I think they were trying to return to the old ways of Draconic Overlord by hitting rear guards and then restanding. So that was a thing, and obviously now they're getting like legions with like Vortex Dragonoot and really annoying things like that. So, despite the fact that Kagero didn't really get supported this set on BT16, they got support the set after, so they're sporadically getting support, and it's starting to get out of hand as Kagero now coming back as a really powerful clan. But still, once the Rebirth had come out, Kagero is being used like to fuck. So I'm just gonna pause the video here a second because I'm gonna have to go do something, so I will be back in a bit. And I'm back. I went to retrieve my Joe.
Yeah.
I was doing a rant about how Kagero was oversupported.
Yeah, Kagero's not the only one that's oversupported.
Yeah, I know, but I was doing
I've got 3 break words, which is a little bit. Yeah.
I was just done with Kagero about explaining how pretty much they were just trying to hit things that were giving it like something power equal to Dauntless Drive.
Yeah, well, it's like Kagero have had so many turns in their playstyles. It's hard to pretty much. Oh, because it's gone from like simple retiring to restanding to just plain power, and now sniping columns. So that's probably why they're oversupported.
Yeah, they're one of those clans that have 2 archetypes. And then obviously they tried to... Then they made a freaking extra booster about it based on the manga, and I think they went a bit overboard with freaking Nouvelle Vague.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Could have made him could have just made him an Exculpate the Blaster, couldn't they? No, they had to make a fucking grade 4.
Yeah, well, it's Bushy showing off now, isn't it?
Bushy show off. That's what she should call him.
Bushy off.
Bushy off.
The Kagero don't really have archetypes. The only archetype they have is Perdition Dragons now.
They have Seal Dragons.
Oh yeah, and Seal Dragons. Okay, yeah, I forgot about them. That's just me being stupid.
Well, I kind of like Seal Dragons, but Seal Dragons is like below. Like they're not quite on par with anything else.
If you look at, they have 2 archetypes, Seal Dragons and Perditions. Then they have like 3 like sort of pseudo archetypes: Dauntless, Overlord, and Nouvelle Vague.
And yeah, so like they decided to give them a grade 4. Let's go move on to another oversupported clan. Gold Paladin!
Gold Paladins.
Yeah, so I already did Royals and Shadows, by the way.
Cool.
Shadows weren't... I always explain that Shadows weren't oversupported, they were just overused.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah. No,
anyway, as for Gold Paladins, they were made as a replacement for the Royal Paladins and Shadow Paladins and Kagero sealing, which I assume that they did just because Season 1, everyone was like, fuck! Royals, Shadows, Kagero, or GDFO.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
They kept Oracle Think Tank, because Oracle Think Tank's always been undersupported.
Yeah. See, I don't think they're so much undersupported, they're just underused.
I think they're absolutely undersupported. I just think they're just like, there's
Maybe a little bit. They might be lacking a little bit, but...
They're lacking a lot. They're the most undersupported clan. They haven't had... They haven't had...
They've got about 2 dozen cards in the whole fucking...
Yeah, but Nubatama... I like to say that Nubatama's... That's its thing. It has a little of everything, including card pool.
Yeah, true.
What is kind of annoying is the fact that they decided to only have 4 cards in the whole archetype when mixing clans was a thing.
Yeah, but that was when mixing clans was a thing, and now it's just gotten harder to mix clans, and just like,
But yeah, as for Gold Paladins, oversupported. They have always been oversupported. Ever since they came out, they've been oversupported. First of all, you had the little Garmol things like, oh gee, new clan, Garmol's gonna get something, and then Garmol got literally no screen time apart from that one fight that Aichi used it.
Yeah, it was all fucking Pellinor.
Then it was all about the Blonde Ezel. You know, that one card that Aichi always rides. That he only has 1 of in his deck, but still rides it.
No, that's not stacking at all, is it?
Totally not. Then there was that one fight where it's like, he got into the damage zone, oh gee, but you got him the rest of the time, didn't you? And then
just Pellinor. I mean, more Pellinor, and then a bit more Pellinor.
Yep.
To the side of Pellinor.
The season 2 competitive scene, I believe, was just basically Pellinor or Platinum Ezel or GDFO. Oh wait, no, wait, I'm wrong. Everyone was banging out on Spectral Duke because restanding Vanguard.
Yeah, no, yeah.
All these Kagero players that liked Dragonic Overlord, they were like,
when that was a thing.
They were like, they had one choice. They had 2 choices. They could either go Narukami and be a retired bastard, or they could go to Gold Paladins and go with the restanding thing and go to Spectral Duke. Yeah, everyone knows Chrome Jail is amazing.
Back when restanding was the shit.
Everyone knows my Chrome Jailer swag. You know my Chrome Jailer swag, right?
No.
You don't know my Chrome Jailer swag?
No.
You haven't felt my Chrome Jailer swag. My Chrome Jailer swag's fucking scary.
I'd rather not feel your Chrome Jailer swag.
I'll chain you up.
I'm sorry, what?
I'll chain you up.
Oh, you've been beaten to it. Anyway.
But yeah, Ride Chain's OP, because Spectral Duke is a Ride Chain and a Restanding Vanguard. What the fuck is this shit?
It's stuffing things.
But basically, everyone
It happened.
everyone was just like, okay, I'm gonna use Spectral Duke, and then I'm gonna use, I'm going to mix it with the Blaster Dark and Blaster Blade Spirits.
Cause I felt like it.
Pretty much.
And then the meta was born. Yay.
But yeah, so Spectral
And of
Duke.
course, then there's Alfred. Which
Yeah.
gets
Then they made Liberators, which basically went, hey, why don't we take all the Royal Paladins and turn them into Gold Paladins? That way, that way we can probably take the competitor seat off the Royal Paladins, but they're still technically Royal Paladins.
And so we have a new Garmor, a new Gancelot, a new Alfred, a new Blaster Blade.
Only better!
Baron, a new Gallatin.
And then everything went to Dual Knights, and then, yeah, Royal Paladin became basically a gang of girls.
Like Bermuda.
It's like, I'm gonna fence you to death.
Ew.
And then after that, they're still being supported.
Was banging Grand Cecil scissors.
Although, no one actually used Grand Scissors, because apparently they thought you were shit.
Yeah, I couldn't figure it out. Everyone was hyping over it, even when after it came out, but no one ever used it. Isn't that just weird?
Yep. I mean, obviously, they didn't make him another cross ride, because then he'd just completely and utterly outdo Platinum Ezel, and I can understand that. But everyone thought he was going to be a cross ride to Platinum Ezel, but no one ever makes a cross ride after cross ride, because that would be dumb.
Nah, it wouldn't have been actually pretty sick.
Be hard to get off.
Well, you're pretty hard to get off as well, but I don't know. I'd find it pretty cool if you could have like a cross ride of Overlord at the end. I'd use the shit out of that.
It's probably what everyone thought the Rebirth would have been. But no.
No, because Bushy sucks.
Everyone thought he was going to be a reverse unit. Everyone thought that everything else was going to get Rebirth. There's pretty much like, there's only really 2 Rebirth units.
Really? There's 2?
Yes, but one doesn't have Rebirth in its name.
Okay.
And that is Venus Luciae.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
So, yeah.
Still.
Oh, by the way, did you see the new episode today?
No, I was watching it when you sort of requested I come do a recording with you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay, I've got it on pause.
Archie's a boss.
Archie's a bitch.
And then even after that, they still got they got no support, like on maybe BG16, but that's one fucking set. That's only one set. Then Bushiroad just couldn't keep away from the bloody things. They gave them another trial deck. That's the 3rd trial deck they've got, by the way.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's just getting ridiculous now. These over-supported clans.
There's 3 trial decks for Gold Paladins. There's 3 trial decks for Royal Paladins. And yeah, and
yeah,
then
with Royals, they're different.
Royals had a gap.
Exactly.
Where they weren't being used.
I think with Royals to begin with, it was Blast Blade and Gancelot. Then it was I don't remember. Fuck.
It was Gancelot, Alfred, then Majesty Lord.
Yeah, there you go. That one.
Then I think Garmor was also in the picture somewhere because Blizzard Formation is OP.
You can't not love Blizzard Formation. I love Blizzard Formation.
And then there was, after that, there was just that one gap, and the only decent card they got was Pendragon. I say decent, but that card is like the best filler grade 3 in the game.
It's a card. It is a card and then some.
It is a card that can be anything you want it to be.
Hell. Yeah.
1 minute it's a Pendragon, next it's a Majesty Lord, now it's an Exculpate.
And then it's a Sanctuary Guard Dragon.
Yeah, but that came in Season 3 because they wanted to take the thing away from Dual Knights. And Sanctuary Guard Dragon actually became pretty OP and can still probably handle most decks these days.
If you really think about it, Pendragon's sort of like a semi-break ride.
Yeah, it's a semi-break ride, yes. But
sort of semi-break ride.
Anyway, so then because they couldn't keep away from fucking Gold Paladins, they decided to make Prominence Core, a card that looks exactly like Percival, in like the same trial deck and set thing. I mean, just why? Why would you do that? Why? I mean, Percival was good. Then they made the best Liberator ever, Aglavale. Best Gold Paladin card, period.
My days. Just think Percival with a shit ton more armor and wings, and then you got Prominence Core.
It's a dragon, and it's not even Percival either. It's just a dragon.
Lies.
It's a dragon.
Percival ate a dragon egg and it became a dragon.
He's a dragon and a half. And you're right, he is wearing Percival's armor, but the Liberator armor of the Blue Flame guys are significantly different to the normal Liberator armor.
Oh,
they just look like yellow Seekers now.
And then there is that one Royal Paladin, Blue Flame Seeker Tyrannus. Wink wink nudge nudge.
And then there's also the Blue Menthol.
Eh?
Yeah, there's a Blue Menthol Seeker.
Oh. Caden.
He's got good breath. I guess.
I don't believe it.
But anyway, Prominence Core is pretty annoying to get off. It's all luck based with Prominence Core. But also, back to the BT-15 craze. The best Liberator ever at the time was frickin' Alfred.
Who didn't like Alfred?
Jesus Christ, Alfred! Worst part is,
for each rearguard Liberator and lost 2 superior core.
worst part is, if people weren't so hung up on the whole having Fallon thing, right? Alfred, if you didn't use Fallon or Marin, and you used Alfred along with Balin and Balan and Blaster Blade Liberator with Star Rain, you had the best deck ever. I'm sorry, but Onyx.
Pretty much the only deck ever.
It's like
no one used anything other than.
I'm sorry, but if you can
decks that build I came up against was ridiculous.
if you can consistently hit 40k and like 3 crits every single turn, that was the new Majesty Lord there.
And then some. Then everyone just sort of bypassed Garmor.
Everyone was just like, oh look, Seekers, back to Seekers I go. Restanding Vanguard, yep. I mean, yeah, just completely ignore the fact that he is a limit break and an ultimate break.
Just a little bit OP.
A little bit. Anyway, enough about Gold Paladins, because I'm done ranting about how they've been over-supported ever since they came out. Fuck's sake!
Oh, yeah, no. Now Narukami, haha!
Yeah. Also, by the way, one Gold Paladin card that will never be ignored, and that will always be in my heart. Fucking Agravane.
Okay.
I made Agravane OP.
You make anything OP, Rob. It's your gimmick.
Anyway, Narukami! Oh my god, the oversupport. It's like, I'm looking at the card, but I have to scroll down for about 5 seconds before I get to the bottom.
I know. It's ridiculous. The amount
They have 5 rows of grade 3s.
And then another card.
It's like their grade 0 pool is just amazing. It's just like, yeah.
And this, children, is what you get when you have 2 characters in the anime using the same fucking archetype.
Yeah, but anyway, so I'm still looking at these noble things. I haven't made a deck out of the noble cards.
Noble things?
It's Evil Heavenly God of Wind Vayu and Vajra Emperor Indra. Indra is Counterblast 1 and gains a crit for every unit named Indra on its rearguard circles. And Vayu is Counterblast 1 and it gains 10k for everyone with the same name as Vayu. And there's a grade 2 that allows him to Soul Blast and switch his name to one of the nobles.
Ah. That could be quite broke.
It could be.
Except
The nobles are under-supported, but I think they may get support later on. I'm just wondering if the Narukami's going to have that side thing that's allowed to have a name switching thing.
I doubt it.
That would be funny.
They already tried. Don't they have a card that's like it negates a card, like your own card's effect, doesn't it?
The Exorcist mages, yes, they have those.
That's just a little bit.
There's one that's a Forerunner, and then there's one that's a there's one that's a Forerunner unless you Soul Blast for it, and then they have a Grade 1 that also does the same thing.
Then they tried to go down the whole binding route.
Yeah, the binding route's actually pretty good. Dungaree is pretty nice, but that was like one of those deviation things that all clans have. Every clan has a deviation.
Yeah, when they try and do something different,
But
it just doesn't work.
let's go in order of like the seasons first of all. That's obviously Draconic Kaiser Vermilion. Overused fucking card. Never stopped being used.
Who doesn't like a giant thunder dragon?
Shut up, Joe. You're biased towards Vermilion.
Yeah, well, Vermilion's like one of the only Narukami units I like.
Look. Just Kaiser Vermilion. Fuck that. It's like there was no other Narukami boss that could match Vermilion. Dungaree didn't even match Vermilion. Just
And then
Kaiser Vermilion just like got overused, and there was no matches for it. Not an actual bloody thing. That might be due to the fact that I think Narukami got barely any support.
yeah, at the time.
At the time, and then
2 and 3 came out. Sorry, 3 and 4 came out.
Jesus. But yeah, it's just Kaiser Vermilion. And what did they do when they couldn't think of anything else to give to Narukami? They gave it a cross ride, and that's not that started topping. Pretty much the meta then was just who could win, the blood or the end.
I'm not being funny, but how do you when you got a Count plus 2 Persona Blast versus a Count plus 3 plus 5k and a critical, and that's actually a whole front row.
Jesus. And anyway, then, like, Season 3 comes along, what do they give it? They gave it a restanding Vanguard.
Just to fuck everything up.
Right, they gave it the one restanding Vanguard, and that restanding Vanguard's not something you can scoff at, because that still works nowadays. It's like,
why Narukami are oversupported and overpowered.
let me just counterblast and drop 3 cards, no biggie. Let's go over the other Eradicators. Gauntlet Buster was like pretty nice card, decent, yeah, right, yeah, it was pretty decent, it could catch up, it was like, it had things going for it, right, then they made a card that made it broken. Ignition Dragon!
Yeah.
Oh my god, and like, Sweep Command was a pretty nice card as well. Sweep Command, I remember Sweep Command being overused for a bit.
Well, by the time Ignition Dragon came out, anyone who wasn't, a Narukami basher just collectively went, for fuck's sake.
Basically, the Eradicators just got like literally everything. They had like Vowing Sword Dragon, obviously that was good and stuff like that. Then they made Vowing Saber Dragon Reverse, overused, fuck off. Oh my god, do you remember when everyone on CFA was basically just using Vowing Saber Dragon Reverse or Raging Form?
Yeah.
That was literally the only decks on CFA. That was it. No one used anything else. Nothing.
People are stupid.
And then they made
They're fucking nukes.
Yep, and then they made Ignition Dragon along with Tempest Bolt, which no one used.
Oh, why would they?
It was they're amazing cards. What are you talking about?
Why wouldn't they use? I can understand, not using Tempest Bolt because there are plenty of other more exciting combos than just nuke and power. And then there's Ignition Dragon, and then you're just like, do we need it?
Basically, everyone just started running either Descendant over Ignition Dragon or Gauntlet Buster over an Ignition Dragon. God darn you. Oh, and then there was the Armor Break. No one used Armor Break. They were like, retire my old Riot's front row. Fuck that. And then good old Matt decided to mix it with Electric Shaper. Whoops.
I have the sad feeling that people underappreciate draw triggers.
Is that why you run 8 of them in every single fucking deck?
armor break plus draw triggers, not a problem, because once you retire the front row, you can just call shit back.
But then after that, Eradicators just stopped getting supported.
Yeah, they had the odd card, like, Twin Thunder Dragon.
Yeah, that was in Fighters Collection, and then they got a new card in BT17. Yep, Eradicators got support in BT17.
Great.
It was the 3 damage or less Limit Breaker card, Grade 1.
Yeah.
That every clan in the set got.
Yeah. That's just...
Cringe-worthy.
They're trying to bring,
Limit Breaks back.
Limit Breaks back.
Which is good.
Even the best Limit Breaks are a bit subpar to Legions now. Especially when you got Legions like...
Have you seen Twin Thunder Dragons Eradicate? It's just an armor break and a Tempest Bolt.
Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, definitely.
But it gains no fucking power. Oh wait, no it does. Yeah, it does. It retires all the rear guards. So it gains plus 15 and a critical plus 2.
So it's Tempest Bolt plus Gauntlet, but better. Sorry, Armor Break, but better.
It's not better than Armor Break, because Armor Break's not an archetype card, first of all, because I actually kind of like Armor Break. But Twin Thunder, Jesus!
To be fair, it kind of is. It gets more power than Armor Break, the same crits as Armor Break,
More power,
Tempest Bolt skill,
and more synergy with the Eradicators. Okay, I get it. But anyway, but you can't break ride it over anything, because break riding it over something's just stupid.
a little bit, yeah.
Anyway, but this is not strategy discussion. Anyway, so
And
then
then Season 4 rolled over, and Bushy can't stop thumping.
everyone's like,
so they
"Hey,
got
Brawlers,
over.
this is gonna be cool." Joe actually had faith in Brawlers until they got over supported.
Yeah. No, it got a little bit too much.
Big Bang Knuckle Dragon.
It was cool when Skybeat came out, and then it was then you got the casual Lightning Lord. Then you got Big Bang Knuckle, and I thought, okay, sweet.
Big Bang Knuckle was like on par with the rest of them. The rest of them could at least compete with Big Bang Knuckle. And then they did the one thing that I hate it when Bushiroad does this. The one thing. When they make a card that completely outclasses all the other cards of its kind. They made a Legion that outclasses all the other Legions by making a card that fucking attacks 4 units at once!
Yeah.
And it can do that consistently!
And not only that, it has several cards in the same archetype that actually benefit from that. Namely, Brawler Big Bang Slash Dragon,
Slush.
and Senkono Brawler Arc, or Bare Chested
Militarism Brawler Risei as well.
Yeah, and that.
Risei is just a bitch to deal with, and Knuckle. Don't like it. Don't like it!
You attack 4 of your opponent's units, really your opponent's Vanguard and 3 of their rear guards, and then your whole field powers up because of it.
Yep. So, Narukami's oversupported nowadays. Just, like, fuck off. No, I don't want to look at you anymore.
They really should have stopped at Shotgun Blow. Shotgun Blow was good, and...
They should really just tone up, like, everything.
Wild Rush and Shotgun Blow, they should have left it there.
Let's see. Next oversupported clan, I believe... Genesis! For fuck's sake.
I don't know a lot about Genesis, but... yeah.
Genesis is just absolute bullcrap. They didn't...
Hardball isn't big.
They got released, I believe, Season 3? But they've been supported literally pretty much every single time that they could be. I mean, actually no. They weren't that over-supported in Season 3. They got over-supported in Season 4.
Yeah.
Which, first of all, is a pile of bullcrap.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, then... Actually, no. Oh, no, it's the same case with, it's the same case with Shadow Powders. They're not over-supported, they're just overused.
Oh, you say that, but... when you got shit that... You have like half your deck in your soul, and then you just got random cards like,
Let me just Soul Blast 6 every turn, and I get critical +1, and you can't fucking guard. GG.
or Soul Blast 3 for every drive check, and just keep drive checking.
Just, ugh. Oh, but by the way, got us a good luck, Fortuna. I made that deck for Ben. He tried it. He never used it again. Like, Ben loves Genesis and stuff like that. He likes Genesis, but he will refuse to use Fortuna. It's like he just doesn't want to use it. He's like, I think he believes it's as bad as Link Joker.
Yeah, that's just Link Joker.
Speaking of Link Joker,
the Link Joker's like Voldemort. It shouldn't be talked about.
Worst part is, Link Joker has more grade 3 lineup than the rest of the lineups of their cards. They have more grade 3s than they have grade 0s, grade 1s, and grade 2s.
The only over-supported bit of Link Joker is all of it.
No! It's not even that. The only over-supported part of the Link Joker is their bloody grade 3 pool.
The reverse archetype is just stupid.
At least they found a way to get those cards all together. I do commend Glendios for being the largest dual clan archetype ever. It's not even can you even call that a
multi-clan?
can you even call that I don't even. That's not even a multi-clan. That's just a giant clusterfuck. That's what I call Glendios. I shall call it Star Vader Clusterfuck Glendios. Or should I call it Omega Clusterfuck?
Omega Clusterfuck. Star Vader Omega Clusterfuck.
In other news, apparently I think Omega Glendios might be making a comeback in season 4.
Fuck.
There's a name for one of the episodes called Revival of Omega.
Okay. Wow. And out of all of Link Joker, there's only one card I currently like.
Hafnium?
There are currently 2 cards I actually like.
Hafnium and Twin Gunner of Binary Star.
Exactly. Twin Gunner, I think, is probably one of the most balanced, but at the same time, boss cards.
Am I the only person? Also, I noticed something really weird. Basically, remember when Freeze Ray came out?
Yeah.
And everyone just like fucking ignored Freeze Ray. They're like, fuck Freeze Ray.
Because it's a 10k. That's why.
Nah, but every single Genesis and Oracle Think Tank player or Royal Paladin player that didn't like Link Joker immediately jumped on Freeze Ray. What?
Strange, that, isn't it?
It's like, what? I don't even know what sparked it. It's just like Freeze Ray. Oh, I damage myself and I get to lock your cards. And it's like, huh?
And it powers up. Honestly, it's pretty big defense wise.
It's pretty big.
As long as you've got room in your damage zone, it pumps your defense.
They said that they might be changing a rule that allows you to go over 6 damage with your damage adders. By the way.
Good.
Well, if they do, then Freeze Ray is going to become OP. But Negligible Hydra and Imaginary Orthrus actually became good because of Freeze Ray. They actually have a deck type that they have purpose in.
They just don't stop moving, Joker, do they? It keeps coming.
But
it can't get any worse.
Freeze Ray is just a card that that just couldn't be hated.
Honestly, after season 3, I thought Link Joker. You can't carry on with Link Joker. It just has to stop. It's got Glendios. It can't go any further.
And then they made Legion.
Fuck, it's already got 3 Legions. Got a 4th in BC 17.
Yep.
2 break rides. It's got everything. It's got 2 break rides.
I didn't even see what they did with the break ride. They just like released 1 break ride, like then that did lock 2. Then they released a break ride that locks 3 with a cost. Huh?
Yeah.
So it's up to you. Do you could you afford to pay the cost for the grade 3 break ride, or just can't be arsed and fucking lock 2 anyway?
That's why I'm a Hafnium deck. I ran 3 Infinite Zero, 3 of the Setting Sun Star Vader, and then 4 Hafniums.
Remember when they made Multiverse Dragon? The worst Link Joker card ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Bit ridiculous.
Maybe if they
Oh, by the way, Aichi's confirmed for Imaginary Plane Dragon usage.
Fuck's sake.
Oh my god, they made that new starter as well. It's like, I think it's if your opponent has a locked card, which is Romid Knight, if you put it to you can counterblast 1, you move it to the side. If your opponent has a locked card, you choose a back row and a front row and you lock it.
Is it? I thought you just locked it. I don't think they need a lock card.
No, it just that your opponent requires a lock card, but first of all, getting 1 lock card isn't hard. Second of all, why the fuck would you make a starter that locks 2?
Just a little bit OP.
I know, I'm running in Glendios.
For those of you who know what Dark Zodiac does, then you'll probably see that.
People are going to cry.
Yeah.
People are going to cry. First of all, Dark Zodiac when it performs Legion, it's just like, if you don't know what it does, it's when it performs Legion, you can't blast one, and then Omega Lock all of your opponent's cards for the turn. And bear in mind, for those people that say that Omega Lock only applies for the lock cards currently on the field, yeah, you're fucking wrong. Because there's an actual ruling being released that it changes the general rules of the game until the end of the opponent's turn. So therefore, anything I lock after that will stay locked.
So basically, Bushy are fucking their own rules.
And a little into that. By the way, the Link Joker are 5 legions, not 4. They have that 10k plus 5k legion, which nobody classes as a legion because it's actually extremely.
Every clan has one. It's generic. It's like the
It's great. It's great for
limit break plus 5 cards that every clan has.
It's great for power packing though. I mean, I remember when Joe used to like absolutely adore Voltigan.
Yeah, but that was when Voltigan and Wingull were the only legions out.
Still,
and it was actually good.
You still bang the fuck out of it. You absolutely. I think you still adore Voltigan secretly.
Maybe.
Like Voltigan was like the key card just because it gave power.
Yeah, no, true.
So
who doesn't love attacking for
31k consistently?
Oh yeah, at least 31k every time.
But anyway, then oh, what was I talking about? Oh, by the way, I do hate the fact that most of Link Joker is just Star Vaders. The whole clan is Star Vader, apart from 2 cards, Freeze Ray, and wait, is Freeze Ray a Star Vader? No, Freeze Ray is a Star Vader. Crap.
Twilight Baron. That's just the generic plus 5k.
Then they had Swar Shield,
Conductance,
Swar Shield.
Yeah, Swar Shard.
One of your favorite cards, Twin Gunner.
Yeah.
Which I still beat with Garmol, by the way.
Fuck you.
I think Mindless Blade Heartless, which has something going for it now after the new support.
But put it this way, they don't really have a huge amount of cards that are good that aren't Star Vaders.
And then they're getting the deleters soon as well. I want to try deleters though.
I have a feeling they'd be like, lock shit and then they bind them and then they get powerful cards bind so you can't actually get them back.
They have a thing called Banish Delete, which is not binding or dropping. It's locking a card in the drop zone permanently.
There you go.
And I think there's a card with an ability called Delete End, which I think was an instant win condition.
So if Link Joker wasn't OP enough,
they have another alternate win condition.
This is why I hate Link Joker, ladies and gentlemen. And for those of you who bash Link Joker, fuck you.
And then obviously there was Nebula Lord, which was the craze back then, because basically, if I lock 5, I win. Because all of my front row gain 15k. Can you guard 15k? Consistent 15k plus?
Maybe.
It's like I've beaten Nebula Lord, but it's bloody annoying to beat. Some people say, don't lock 5, you're wasting power, but I get an extra 6k for locking 5.
Because you're not
can you handle a plus 45k? Unless you have 3 perfect guards in your hand, and you're at 5 damage?
Well,
no.
I wouldn't put it like that.
No, you can't.
Top deck heals.
That's what I do. Top deck's 4 heals in a row.
Show off.
Oh my god.
Anyway, next clan.
Let's move on to a overused but not oversupported clan. Dimension Police.
Yeah. Overused, really?
It was overused at some point.
It was overused, not anymore.
I don't know why people just stopped using Sinbuster. It's just like, the Sinbuster craze is over. But it's still a very good card.
It's around. I use it sometimes.
Occasionally.
Occasionally.
You're still banging Dragonoot though.
I'm still banging Dragonoot.
But yeah, Sinbuster was like the thing. Like they got support. Everyone was like, "Yay, Metalborgs!" But everyone like you either hated him or liked him. Actually, no, you either hated him or you liked him a bit but didn't love him.
Well, you either hated him because you didn't like facing him, or you loved him because you loved using him.
Yeah, but like I never knew someone who actually really absolutely loved the card. I've never known someone to actually like. I've seen people like, oh, cool, it's a nice card, but
well,
no.
it's a good card, and with the support, it's no big stretch to get it up to more than 30k, especially as plus 30k counts when you're boosting.
Black Doctor, anyone?
Exactly. And then like you can't guard with grade 1s or higher.
It's a change from Dayusha, which has to be a before boost.
Yeah, it is.
It's pretty much an opposite Dayusha with a bit more, a bit more passive aggressive rather than full on aggressive. Have you seen Dayusha?
I honestly think Daikaiser could have been better.
What, great Daikaiser?
Yeah.
It's a cross break ride that lets you drive check 3 times.
Yeah, it could have been better.
It's just that no one ever drove check a grade 3 with him.
Exactly. Yeah.
But in terms of Great Dayusha, remember when I made that really nice Great Dayusha deck for you?
I used to love Great Dayusha, but then Legion happened, and yeah.
Yup. There's Go Eagle, which is still good.
People banged Go Eagle so hard, it's ridiculous.
First of all, it's crit 4, and if it hits your opponent, it's an instant win.
Is crit 3? Oh,
crit 4.
Crit 4 when you break it on a Daikaiser.
Yeah, but that's the point. What you do is you run basically a hell of a ton of grade 3s. You get Kaizad and stuff like that. You basically get to Daikaiser as fast as you can, right? Hit your opponent for lots of damage, right? Then use Go Yusha skill, go into Go Eagle. Obviously you do the counter blast 1, and then you try to drive check one of the grade 3s, and then basically after you've drive checked the grade 3, you've won the game. And if you get any crits alongside that, you win.
Yeah.
It was just Go Eagle. Go Eagle was just like the quickest win I've ever seen in my life. I never thought Go Eagle would have actually been that good, but apparently it was.
I don't think it'd be that all the shiz, but
Enigman, I mean the ride chain's got good with original saver 0.
Zeal.
With Zeal and Enigman Storm. Although some people think Enigman Storm does better with the break ride, I say no, because you don't run more than 8 grade 3s in Enigman Storm, so no, you can bugger off.
Lol.
Unless you want to use the original Dayusha.
Zeal's just broken with 0.
I don't win that much with him though. If you can survive that turn, then yeah.
But not anymore, because they're really below par with Days cards.
I mean, Great Daikaiser can still handle today's, but I think Go Eagle does a better job.
With limit breaks like Monarch Sanctuary, Alfred, and Drag Ruler, it's a little bit subpar.
Now to the next clan, Nova Grappler. Oh god, Nova Grapplers.
Supported, OP, overused.
They've got 4 archetypes, I think.
Let's count.
They have Blouse, Beast
Death Army, Risers.
Sub archetype, which is Asura. Oh god, why would you make Asura? So they have around like 5. They have 4 and a sub archetype. Wow.
Yes, they do.
Just
So
wow.
as you can see, they are pretty over-supported.
If they're not over supported, I don't know what is.
Exactly. It's just sort of like...
I like to think of it as just different leagues in the Nova Grappler ring, because Nova Grappler is like a wrestling show.
True, but Blouse are the best.
No, they're not.
No, Blouse are the best.
No, they're not.
No, Blouse are the best.
Shut up. You just bang.
Blouse are the best. Blouse are the best.
He's just banging Galaxy. You're just
Blouse are the best.
You're just scanning
Blouse
Galaxy.
are the best.
You are just.
Blouse are the best. Blouse are the best.
Anyway,
Blouse are the best.
you can shut up now.
I can, but I won't. Blouse are the best.
We need to get on with the video.
We do, but Blouse are the best.
Shut up.
Galaxy unmod.
Anyway,
Exactly 1 turn. Done.
basically, I'm actually quite glad that they gave a cross ride to a Shirokaiser. I like it when they give cross rides to all cards in order to make them better.
I'm waiting for a Legion for a Shirokaiser because that's gonna happen. You know it is.
What would he Legion with? I'm still waiting for King of Sword and Queen of Hearts to become Grade 2 and Grade 3.
Yeah.
That's happening.
It will. That'd actually be pretty cool, to be honest. King of Sword Grade 3, Queen of Heart Grade 2.
Yeah.
9k, King of Heart 11, Legion.
Have some epic restanding skill.
I shall kill you with the heart.
No, wait, hang on. If a Shirokaiser got a Legion, it should Legion with a new Brutal Jack. Or maybe even old Brutal Jack.
But it's a Grade 2 11k, maybe?
Yeah, but still.
Be like a Legion 21k, maybe. Or Legion 22k.
Brutal Jack. Or Genocide Jack. I prefer I prefer
Genocide Jack.
Yeah.
It can't put Genocide Jack into English because of all the.
It's why they never released Genocide Joker.
I know. It's all the thumping about kids might get like the impressions on kids might be wrong. It might.
Jesus Christ! What's wrong with teaching a kid a new word? Really?
It's just like you got those parents who are like, "Oh, it's a kid's card game. My young son plays this, and you got a card with genocide in it. My kid's gonna grow up to be a psychopath. I don't want to be a psychopath."
And then they made a card called the Blood.
No.
They made a card called the Blood.
Yeah. And you bet there'll be parents everywhere going, the guy called the Blood is gonna make my child violent. Nah. No, if you raise your kid properly, you won't be violent. Don't let him play Call of Duty. Simple.
I played Call of Duty. Look how I ended up. Just fine.
Yeah, I never played Call of Duty until I was actually old enough to realise that Call of Duty is fucking stupid.
Zombies are alright.
Oh, for fuck's sake! People bashing zombies. My god, no.
Zombies are amazing. I don't know what you're talking about.
Sucked. Zombies was shit. It ruined everything about Call of Duty.
How so?
Because it's not. If one day a zombie game, play Left 4 Dead or some bollocks like that.
Yeah, I have Left 4 Dead.
No, people still play zombies.
But anyway,
Call of Duty.
let's see. No Grapples are pretty much one of the clans that didn't get sealed because I don't know why, but they removed like the dual clan rule because first of all they made cards that were better, and then there was I believe Mr. Invincible and Overlord combo was a topping deck.
Probably.
Mr. Overlord, as it was called.
So politely. I shall kill you with Mr. Overlord.
It's because the unflipping skill within Mr. Invincible is just so good with Overlord.
Yeah, definitely.
Mr. Invincible's Mega Blast is like really easy to get off. Oh wait, no it isn't, because you have to hit the Vanguard.
Yeah.
Oh look, I got a heal trigger. Yeah. Oh wait, but now all of your units,
you
including the
actually
Vanguard,
have to hit the Vanguard to hit the rear guard. So break ride it on Break Ride Overlord.
just try to smack your opponent's Vanguard and then just hit the rear guard. It's like, why would you do that? Because Mega Blast.
Oh, but break ride it on. No, you can't break ride it on normal Overlord, can you? Because you have to ride a
Kagura. And also dual clannings now have been removed, so no more Mr. Overlord.
Donkey penis.
We are very nice.
No, I never claimed to be.
But anyway, then there was the Blau archetype, which has like a decent grade 3 lineup. But that's because they gave it a new one with Mercury Blau Cloaker, which is actually pretty good.
Blau's the best.
And then there was a...
Blau's the best. Blau's the best.
And then there was Pluto Blau Kluger, which is not actually that good.
It's okay. It's okay, maybe like for a starter deck, maybe if they decided to make one. But no.
I just like how they're called Blaus, but there's many different colours for them. There's a red one.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. But it is like the only red one.
Then there's a green one. Then there's a white one, but that's not actually a blouse, so yeah.
Well, kind of not. I've lost it now. What there it is.
Even Galaxy Blauklug is not technically the same blue as the other one. It's fucking cyan. Oh, no, that's not cyan. That's cobalt.
You're starting to sound like a woman now.
Shut up. Anyway,
Cyan or is it cobalt?
yeah, in season 2 they got two.
It's cobalt. It's not blue. It's cobalt.
On with the
It's not blue. It's cobalt.
on with the video, twit. Anyway,
That's up. You're the one getting like anal about colours. It's cobalt.
but it is cobalt.
It's fucking blue. Do with it.
But that's a kind of.
It's blue.
Anyway, so
It's done. It's blue.
anyway, season 2 they got beast deities, but they didn't get like a lot of support when the archetypes were just basically just sort of getting into gear.
You didn't get a whole lot of grade 3 support.
Azure Dragon was amazing though,
Azure Dragon was amazing.
and then they made a Luminal Dragon, which was crap.
Yeah.
Maybe besides the cross ride numbers, but still.
But that was only that was only plot, really, wasn't it? For the season where they all got cross rides.
I mean, he's good though.
But for a Counter Blast 3, and he just stand 2.
It's actually really good if you break ride it on Ethics Buster.
Yeah, but nah.
I mean, break riding it on Ethics Buster is actually pretty good, especially if you're using White Tiger to start. But Kamui didn't do that. He used Riot Horn as a starter with Illuminal Dragon.
No, he's a little bitch.
He's dumb.
He's dumb.
And then we had Risers as well in season 2. What?
Oh, that's because Kamui kept changing decks, so.
Yeah, and then they had Death Armies for Nagisa, and then Nagisa switched to Beast Aid. Why couldn't they have just given more support to Death Army?
Because Bushia like that.
Just why? Why would you not?
When it becomes irrelevant,
They gave it.
makes the money. They stop.
They gave it a 10k. They gave it like a 10k vanilla and everything. I saw. It's just. Oh my god, why?
But as I said, unless it makes Bushy money, they stop it. It's like Link Joker. They're not going to stop with Link Joker because it makes them money. They'll stop with Death Armies because it doesn't.
Just whatever. I'm not trying to go with money here. I'm just going for over support things anyway. So Kamui is a general fighting character, so they always make more support for him.
Perfect Riser plus Mega Flare.
Oh, here's another over-supported one. Aquaforce. Actually, no. Aquaforce isn't over-supported.
Here it is.
No, it's not.
Well,
Actually,
if it wasn't OP enough by itself, it's not got an archetype.
I mean, they got support in BT 13. Hang on, so it went. Oh wait, never mind. They got support every other set.
I kind of like how they've made an archetype out of a very old card, out of a Season 2 card.
Yeah, that was amazing. They're just like, how do I make an archetype? I want the reverse unit to be part of an archetype. Oh!
Break Ride, they've given it a Legion. I quite like what they've done with it. I don't like Aquaforce, but that's just me.
You just like what they've done with it.
I like what they've done with it. I think it's pretty good.
But yeah, Aquaforce got like support every other set, so I suppose it is kind of like over support. But they don't get really a lot of useful cards in every set.
No, it is rare that they get good cards.
I mean, Tetra Burst was pretty good, but it's not overpowered. I mean, Tetra Drive is still pretty good. Also, by the way, dragons with ties. What?
Eh?
Both Tetra Drive and Tetra Burst have ties.
So they're gonna kick your ass with style.
Like a sir.
Like a sir.
Also, Tetra Burst looks a bit more cartoony than Tetra Drive. Just saying.
Yeah, it does.
Anyway, so Tetra Drive was pretty good. Tetra Drive was broken with Transcore.
Everything's broken with Transcore.
But they had like so many different builds that were good as well. It was just amazing. You had like the Ride Chain was amazing. The last card Revan was good. They gave it a new Break Ride, which only worked with certain decks, which is good. They had Transcore, which is good in certain decks. They had Maelstrom.
See, Aquaforce is one of those clans that they don't often get support, but when they do, it's often good.
Glory Maelstrom's still good nowadays because they gave it a bloody archetype.
Yep.
They
rarely get bad support.
Yeah, they get like small bursts of stuff, but they don't get a lot of it.
It's like not all of it's like the best shit ever, but none of it's ever bad.
I suppose it's one of those clans that are just like they're like on par with like Murakumo and stuff like that. But still, I mean they're good, but they're not over supported, but they're not overused and stuff.
They could be everything from really shit to bloody amazing.
Yeah, but the reason why I went over to it is because it's overhyped.
Well, they are one of the few clans that actually uses skill to play instead of just do this.
Some people says it requires no skill because it's too linear. Then why are people failing with it? Now, what I mean by linear is because it has no deviation within its attack order. Because people want to deviate the attack orders. Like, what if I want to attack with this first? Well, then play a different clan, genius. You choose to play a clan due to its properties. So, if you don't like the property of a clan, that's why you don't play it.
Exactly.
I mean, I have no problems with attacking with a certain card first. I actually quite like that. It tells me what to do.
Well, it's still one of the few clans that does require a certain amount of skill.
Let's go to undersupported clan. Angel Feather's not undersupported. Angel Feather's where it's at. Angel Feather's pretty nice, actually.
Tachikaze.
Tachikaze was undersupported.
The Legions are good, but I don't really think it makes up for it. Tachikaze could have done with a lot more support, and it could have been a lot better.
Well, yeah, and they're not exactly overused either. But I mean, the first thing is people don't know how to use Tyrannoquake and Magma Armor, but for one reason and one reason only. You know how people always bang out crits?
Of course.
The way to abuse Tyrannoquake and Magma Armor is not to use crits. You use the other option. You know, these blue boxes that no one knows. I bet you don't even know what this is. Yeah, you see this little blue box in the corner? That's called a stand trigger.
That no one ever uses.
Now, other cards that let you use stand triggers, like Tyranno Cloud, and let you use its retiring effect when it attacks, allows you to abuse the effect of Tyrannoquake and Magma Armor.
Because shenanigans.
Yeah, people just really do not know how to play this game sometimes because they just keep banging out crits.
Touch they are undersupported. They're not bad, but they could have done with some more support. And
they're not where it's at.
I wish they could have been a lot better.
Nubatama is undersupported. Right?
As hell.
Right?
As hell.
Their grade 3, 2, and 1 lineup are exactly the same, and they have one more grade 0.
3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. They have 24 plus 1 cards.
24 plus 1 card.
They have 25 cards in the whole set. And out of every Nubatama, there is 25 cards.
I still like the Legion for it, though. The Legion for it's actually really good.
The Legion is really good.
They can still keep up with stuff just because Kabuki Kongo is such a bitch to use. And also, Mantora Kongo is really nice, allowing you to just bind 2 cards in your hand and a rear guard, and Yazakura Kongo, which forces your opponent to bind them.
Again, it's one of those clans that could be really good if people just used it.
Yeah, even Voidmaster, but people don't use it because it's 9k Vanguard.
I think if they got another set of triggers,
maybe. Yeah,
it would help, and maybe a new starter. Another set of triggers and maybe a new starter.
I think the starter's fine, but I think it's just like one critical trigger, maybe another stand trigger, and that's just it. That's all they need. Maybe another draw trigger, but for Joe reasons, but still.
Oh yeah, for me, I need the draw trigger.
Let's go for other undersupported clans. Oracle Think Tank.
They're not undersupported.
They are undersupported. They have not had support at all during season 3. They had not had. They had the Megas archetype, but that was it. And they have one. They have Jelly.
They have Jelly.
Yeah.
Do you know what that is? Because the character's not using them, so they get left behind.
And then they decided to erase that character's memories like a genius.
Spoilers, Rob. Spoilers.
They are spoilers. If you're not actively watching Cardfight Vanguard upon episode release, then you're dumb. Unless, of course, you're just starting to watch the anime now, in which case I apologize. But still, they erased them.
IG dies. What?
Aichi doesn't die.
Anyway.
Yeah, they have an archetype, which is Battle Sisters. Nuns with guns, which I'm surprised that no one has. What?
Oh, nuns with guns.
You didn't pick up on that the first time.
No, I didn't. Wow.
I'm surprised this hasn't been rendered as offensive yet.
Oh shit.
I'm really surprised that this hasn't been rendered as offensive yet.
Oh. Oh, nuns with guns. That. Oh, that's great. Oh, sorry, Rob. Carry on.
Nuns with guns. What, you did not? How did you not pick up on that?
I don't know. I don't know. Oh. Woo. Nuns with guns. Anyway, they do have the 21k Legion.
Yes, they have the grade 3. They had the first grade 3 Legion, but that's not really support. That's just an extra card to bring back CEO Amaterasu. But they are making this sort of thing for every old boss card, which means I think they might do it for the old Overlord, maybe.
Maybe and
hell, what if they do it with Garnet Dragon Flash?
They're doing it with Alfred. They're making a Legion for King of Knights Alfred.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be banging the shit out of that. That's gonna be funny. That's gonna be absolutely hilarious.
Boost it, but it does get plus 5k for every rearguard.
Yeah, that.
Sorry, plus 1k for every rearguard.
2k.
2k. Plus 2k for every rearguard.
So it gains 10k on your turn, and it's a 21. It's 11k hopefully. So why would you need to boost it?
Well, it'll be a 21k.
And I can counterblast 3. It better be an unflipper skill. If it's got an unflipper skill, I'm gonna be happy.
It'll be amazing.
Anyway, so Magus is an archetype as well. Magus is cool.
Meh.
But Magus is sort of like meh because it only has really one deck type.
Tsukunomi.
And then they've had pretty much barely any support during season 3. They had no support during season 4 apart from the 2 legions.
Jello.
And then they've had no support. How many sets have they not had support?
Too many.
Yeah, so they better get some support in BT18 or I'm going to be angry.
They haven't really had support since Hexagonal Magus.
Since Floral Magus, but yeah.
Oh, whatever. And until the Legions. Yeah, so that's so many sets of...
So dumb. So dumb.
So sad. It's a sad situation.
Anyway, on to the next under-supported clan.
We sort of missed out Bermuda as an over-supported clan.
I'm not even going. Fine. Let's go to Bermuda then. Just I want to cry when I look at Bermuda. They've had 3 extra boosters.
Lollies with boobs.
And then they even had the beach set,
Lollies
which gives them different arts.
Well, now they've got duos.
They have 2 archetypes, which
more confusing.
Duos require skill to play.
Yeah.
Look, I said at the start of the video, I do not hate their playstyle. I do not hate what they do. I have no qualms with the way that they're played, with the way that they function, or even with the how overpowered they are. My problem is that they're over bloody supported, and I hate lollies.
Is it just me, or does Prison Promise Labrador look like Emmy from the?
I think they did that intentionally.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
They did that on purpose.
I don't know. I don't pay attention to this shit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did that on purpose.
And they have a Legion. They have break riders. They have awesome limit breaks. It's over support to the maximum.
Please stop, Bushiroad, please. I think Bermuda have had their share. I mean, I already made like the ultimate unstoppable deck out of Bermudas. You know, Alk, costume idol Alk.
Yes.
Yeah, I made a deck out of that on CFA. No one has ever beaten it by getting it to 6 damage. It's impossible.
Right.
I gave it to Jack, and I've never beaten him properly once. I made him deck out a few times, but that's it.
So yeah, Bermudas are just Oversupported. So,
Jesus!
and then on the other side of that, Grand Blue are undersupported.
Yup.
They have a bit of everything, but they need more.
They're getting support nowadays, which hopefully will help them along.
I doubt it.
It'll help. They'll get around the times. Don't worry.
Well, Sarah's going to be using Link Joker. Oh, plot twist. My bad. So he's not going to be using Peanut.
Oh yeah, that means Aichi might lose against Sarah. Speculation time.
Or Aichi might beat him and reverses Sarah, which is exactly what Sarah wanted. Ah.
Now, if only Sarah would have used Kokaitis reverse, that would have been amazing. And then they make a reverse Legion. Oh no. Oh no, I didn't. Oh no, I just did not.
Reverse Pinot Noir.
But hang on, if we make reverse Legions, doesn't that mean that the mate also has to be reversed? Because of, like, have you seen the Abyss cards? Which means if the Legions are reversed and the mate is reversed, does that not mean there could be a reverse Blaster Blade?
Dun dun dun!
Oh my god, I'm so gonna push Yuki's buttons about this.
Oh my god, I'd do it and you kick me off the call. You do it and it's alright.
That's because I know. That's because I can. That's because I can calm her down afterwards. I always do.
I can cheer Yuki up, no problem. I do it all the time.
In which case, then I will give you express permission to push Yuki's buttons.
Stop poking them.
Okay, let's look for more undersupported clan. Great Nature.
Poke. Great Nature. No.
They are undersupported.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
No.
The Break Ride is just amazing, though. The Break Ride's helping them along the times.
And now you got one Fox Tester. Oh, Tester Fox, sorry. It's not
Fox Tester. What?
sorry. It's Tester Fox. It's not. It's a really good card. It's underappreciated to begin with. If people just used it, they'd see how actually really good it is.
Also, Egg Sage Manette's really good as well.
Yeah.
It's just because Chat Noir stacks in terms of drawing, so that's a bit of a bitch.
But you've also got Tester Fox, which you got shit like unflips and draws and everything.
Yeah, Tester Fox is just like amazing in so many ways, but still, they're being helped along, but they need an actual support in a booster set. Leopold Reverse is also good.
Leopold Reverse.
Anyway, let's move on to Mega Colony. No, not touching Mega Colony's just it's like
It's not allowed.
undersupported but overused.
No one cares. Undersupported, but no one cares.
Undersupported but overused, and Neo Nectar is being helped along, so that's nice.
Yeah, but the grade 3 lineup is a little bit shallow. It's only got like one Break Ride and one Legion.
They have less grade 3s than they have grade 0s. That's sad.
That awkward moment, eh?
And then let's go to Spike Brothers, which are being helped along, but they're really undersupported. And they're not even overused either.
They do have some. Again, they have some sweet skills like Lucifer.
Well, Dudley Lucifer's the crap. Have you seen? If you combine him with Jelly Beans, he's amazing.
Exactly. They're by no means bad. Again, just no one uses them, and I don't know why.
I don't know. It's just like even Emerald Blaze and Frozen Ogre, they're amazing.
They are. Yeah.
Have you seen the Mega Blast? I played the Mega Blast. It was funny. That Mega Blast. Okay, let me just check the top 5 cards of my deck. Water! Instant! Also, Bad End Dragger and Dudley Emperor is pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I realised why Grateful Catapult is good now.
Oh.
It's because instead of putting 2 potential guarding cards into the soul, you drop a card with no shield.
Okay.
He's a defensive option, basically.
Yep.
Lets you stay in the game if you fail. Like, really badly.
Again, Spike Brothers are a clan that have... I can't think of the word. They could be really good.
Alright, let's go to Pale Moon. Actually, no, Pale Moons are being helped along.
Pale Moons aren't undersupported.
No, they're not. They're not. They're underused, though, sadly.
Yeah. So are Dark Regulars.
They also have one of the most original cards ever. Lock Motherfucking Pigeon.
Fucking wow.
Just like, okay, I have no guards in my your opponent has no guard in his hand. He has only no rear guards.
Dark Regulars haven't actually
You
got
have
any
you
support.
don't have either. So you attack. You could win this, right? Your thing is 2 crits. The only thing that stands in your way, Lock motherfucking Pigeon comes out from the soul and guards.
Oh shit, Dark Archers do have a Legion. I didn't know they did.
Yeah, they do. They have Ash, I think.
Sweet.
Yeah, Psychicer of Ash Hadar, or Hodor,
They are undersupported.
and Psychicer of Dust Isaiah. They are...
They have one Break Wide, one Legion. They only have one or two good grade 3.
undersupported, and Echo of Nemesis is actually helping them along as well.
Oh yeah, but...
Uh,
I don't have enough good enough cards.
Ammon, Damon World Marquis Ammon is actually pretty scary. Just like, not without even being cross-ridden, he's already scary.
True.
Reiji and Master of the Fifth Element. Oh my god, Master of the Fifth Element. Remember when I pretty much almost killed Sky with that deck?
Yes.
48k columns.
Yes.
Also, remember the Multiple Ashura Kaiser with Mont Blaukluger combo?
Unfortunately, yes.
That was scary. I feel like I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't have.
I break things!
Oh, it's time to start fixing them then.
If it ain't... Anyway.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Well, everything's broke with you, so...
Anyway, Murakumo is undersupported.
Really?
Yeah, it is.
Really? Maybe a little bit, but I mean the Legion, it's kind of shit.
The Legion's amazing, actually, if you know how to use it.
Yeah. Yeah, but it conflicts because the Legions are heavily. It's a defensive card, but it costs a counterblast.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're using normal Murakumo, you need to use those counterblasts to actually be able to use Murakumo and Superior Caution.
It costs one counterblast, and
so does everything else, so you run out of counterblasts really quick.
but the rear guard requires soul blasts.
Well, then the rear guard's good then.
And
I think it doesn't conflict, but I didn't really think that through.
the reason why it's good is because, basically, if you only have to call something behind the Vanguard, say if I call... Like, you don't even have to call any counterblasting units. You have to, say I have Shijima Maru behind my Vanguard. I use its effect. I counterblast one. I call the two 9k rear guards to the rear guard circle. Right? I soul blast for both their effects, and I call two Shijima Marus. Insta full field. I just called 4 units from my deck. What of it?
Fair enough.
Know what I mean?
Either way, they could use another Legion. And they could also use an unflipper instead of the standard when it attacks when the attack hits unflip one.
Mm-hmm. They need a Soul Blast 2 and Flipper.
Yeah, definitely.
And then obviously there was Kagura Bloom, which was amazing.
Who doesn't like Kagura Bloom?
Yeah, Kagura Bloom's just amazing. It's good with Mandalore, good with Shirayuki, not good with Magatsu Storm. Don't use it with Magatsu Storm, you're dumb.
Just don't use Magatsu Storm.
Wait, don't use Magatsu Storm? I use Magatsu Storm and I still win with it. I'm scary with Murakumo.
Riot Chains aren't what they used to be. They need to bring out a Legion Riot Chain.
Riot Chains are still amazing though.
They've given a Legion mate to a Riot Chain, haven't they? Or
yeah, they did. It was with Riviere.
Fair enough.
Aye. They might give one to Blaukluger. No, actually no, they're gonna give it to a Shirokaiser, aren't they, so?
So. Anyway, are there any more clans, or?
Hang on, I'm just looking at Kasumi because I'm adoring it. And I think that's about it. Oh, there's one more undersupported clan.
Really?
Yep. A Trenger! No trigger set, no archetype, no legion, a couple of limit breakers,
It does
nothing.
have one of the best cards ever.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
They also have the Kororo set.
The what?
The Kororo set.
Yeah.
Get up, get up, get up. If you ever watched Sergeant Kororo, you'd know why that's funny.
I've never watched that.
Don't.
Okay.
Blaster Kororo Dark, Blaster Kororo.
They also have Daigo. I mean, that's enough to make any clan boss.
Oh my god, Daigo, Legendary Star Daigo and Black Daigo are just absolutely sexy. I like Black Daigo, but they never really made an anime based around him. So I'm not sure. I think Black Daigo is just when he's singing like really dark songs or something like that. And I can easily get you a music video, but that's gonna be for another time.
Fucking emo.
I absolutely love Black Daigo. Yeah, Daigo had his own series as well, so yeah.
Fucking emo.
What's wrong with it?
I don't know. He's got some random. The Princess of Coral's Tethys. Now, it's an Entranga that looks like it should be Bermuda, but is also treated as Aquaforce. Go figure.
Boobs.
Boobs.
I think it's just one of those cards, just like, hey, just in case you have this, put it in your deck.
Cause boobs.
Wait, hang on. I don't think Aquaforce have a Counterblast 1+1k, do they?
Sure they do.
I'm pretty sure they don't.
Every clan does.
Yeah, but I don't think Aquaforce do. Oh wait, no, they do. They have Tier Knight Cypress.
Loadra.
But anyway, a Tranger needs support. They need an actual deck type so they can become viable.
If Entranger ever gets support, I will die.
With laughter?
Probably, yeah. If they actually make a full archetype for one.
They just make it just with like out of place skills. Like take a card from your opponent's hand and look at it in the face.
Limit break 4.
Shit on the table.
Switch all cards in your hand with your opponents.
And also negate all Lord abilities for the turn.
Yeah, no, yeah.
That'd just be funny, just like, no, I needed that! Well, I've got no hand, here you go!
Just random skills.
Both players just play with their hands revealed.
Select one of your opponent's rear guards.
Oh, I think I got an arrow.
Drop zone. What?
But anyway, that concludes this video of over-supported stuff.
Which has been very, very long.
Yeah, indeed it has. And I'm having errors with my stuff, because now it's just like, not viewing some cards.
Right.
But anyway, anywho, hopefully you did enjoy this video, and yep, that'll be me and Joe going. So, this is I, Kronos Phoenix.
This is Kronos Typhus.
And we're signing out. Thanks for watching.
Bye.